Welcome to another edition of The Final Set. I'm Max Tane. Coming up on this edition, I sit down with assistant head coach Dan Connors, look at the Big Ten standings, and preview the Illini's upcoming schedule. But first, let's take a look at how the Illini fared for the past few weeks. Now, 3 weeks ago, the Illini headed to Ann Arbor for a midweek showdown with the Michigan Wolverines, followed by a showdown on the weekend with Michigan State. The Illini first met the Michigan Wolverines in a midweek matchup in Ann Arbor. Redshirt freshman outside hitter Jocelyn Burks notched 20 kills, 14 of them coming in the third set, but the Illini fell to the Maize and Blue in 3 sets. The following Saturday, the Illini headed to East Lansing to face Michigan State, where freshman setter Alexis Valunas got her number called for the first time this season. The freshman tallied a double-double and led the Illini to a hard-fought 5-set victory over the Spartans. The following week, the Illini returned home to Huff Hall to face in-state rival Northwestern and the newest member of the Big Ten, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Illinois started the week against in-state rival Northwestern. 3 different Illini registered double-doubles, including true freshman setter Alexis Valunas. After splitting the first 4 sets, Illinois took set 5, 15-9 to win the match. Illinois was then set to face 4th-ranked Nebraska. Junior libero Jennifer Beltran moved into the top 20 all-time in career digs in the Big Ten as the Illini fell to the Cornhuskers in 3 straight sets. The following weekend, the Illini packed their bags and headed up north to face conference rivals Wisconsin and Minnesota. Last Friday, the Badgers welcomed Illinois to Madison for a Big Ten showdown. Sophomore outside hitter Liz McMahon was difficult for the Badgers to contain all night as she led the Illini with 16 kills. After taking the first set, the Illini lost 3 straight to drop the match 3-1. On Sunday, the Illini traveled to Williams Arena in Minneapolis to take on the 10th-ranked Gophers. Annie Lurson got the start at setter for Illinois and had 28 assists. She spread the ball around and 6 Illini had at least 3 kills. Despite Illinois' solid play, Minnesota was able to win the match in 3 straight sets. Earlier, I had a chance to speak with assistant coach Dan Connors to talk about the final stretch of the season. Coach Dan Connors, welcome to the Final Set.
Glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
Good. You've been here for a couple months now after coming over from Nebraska. What's the transition been like to you coming into this program?
You know, it's kind of been a whirlwind. I got here August 4th, and we started practice on the 6th, so I didn't have a lot of time to acclimate, and we just got right into it. And it's been driving fast, and you know, season's actually winding down here. We're through the second week of, or we're into the second week of the second half of Big Ten, and you know, we're just grinding away and trying to get better.
You guys had 2 tough matches last weekend against Wisconsin and Minnesota. What did you take away from those 2 matches going forward this season? You
know, it was definitely a challenging road trip. We didn't play the way we know we can play, and so I guess what we took away is we got a lot better during Minnesota, even though it didn't show in the result. But what happened was we started to all the time, and that was something that we really didn't have, and we started to play without fear. And when you have young players, I think that's a component that's hard to factor in prior to a season starting, and they're starting to get looser out there and playing free, which is nice to see.
You guys have integrated a lot of young players into your rotation. How have you seen them grow this season?
Well, just the experience has helped them a ton. You know, you see Allie, and she's doing some different things attacking-wise that she wasn't doing at the beginning of the year. And she's being a lot more aggressive. And against Minnesota, she had a really nice match. And you know, Jocelyn's carrying a huge load. She's getting more swings than anyone else on our team, and so it's fun to see her grow and take on that load. And it's a tough spot to be in because, you know, she's going to be the focal point of opponents, their defensive effort. So just the experience of getting all those swings and being challenged by, you know, some of the best defensive teams in the country in the Big Ten, and she being the focal point whenever we play them. So It's definitely a challenge, but they're growing through it. And then Lizzie's been great. She's getting better every week, and she had a great weekend as well. You know, we just need it all to come together, and we'll start getting some wins.
You guys come home this weekend, you face a Purdue team that's also ranked. You had a tough 5-setter with them earlier this season. You get Indiana on the weekend. What are you looking for from your team this week?
Well, we're looking to come out and compete. We know we can battle with both these teams, and you know, we really believe if we play our best and compete every point, you know, throughout the whole night against both teams. That's what we're looking for. It's just the team to come out and just battle the whole time and not let up and not back down. And you know, whether we win or lose, that's what we need to see out of this group, is just battling constantly.
Assistant Coach Dan Connors, thank you for joining me on the final set.
You got it.
Connors and the Illini look to right the ship this week as they stand tied for 8th in the Big Ten. Nebraska fell to Ohio State at home, dropping to 2nd place in the conference behind Penn State. Now this week, the Illini welcome in the Purdue Boilermakers on Halloween night, so everyone remember to come in costume and dress up to support the team. Indiana comes to Huff Hall on Saturday. The following week, it's back on the road to State College in Columbus to take on Penn State and Ohio State. Illinois will be out for revenge against Penn State and Ohio State as the Illini dropped 5-set matches to both teams earlier this season. Thank you for watching the final set. As always, I'm Max Tane, and we will see you next time.